The best momentum story we have, Esther was amazed when she first saw the streets in San Francisco. Didn't seem possible that people would want to drive up or down them. They were. There they were. Imagine putting your car at the top of one of those hills, taking it out of gear, taking the parking brake off, and just for fun, just to see if the physics of this universe are still in place, you decide to just bump your car a little bit from behind just to see what might happen. Well, it starts to move, but you come to your senses right away because you've been around here long enough to know about gravity and inertia. So you step right out in front of your car and it bumps up against you and the momentum stops, and it was easy to stop because it was very slight anyway. But you wouldn't want to be at the bottom of that hill stopping that momentum. So law of attraction is the same. The more time or attention that you've given to a subject, the more momentum it has. And you are not going to stop that momentum all at once. But it is important to know that while you sleep, the momentum of your thought does stop. While you are asleep, you are not encouraging the momentum. It gives you a sort of reprieve from unwanted momentum. And when you awaken, you have the ability to begin it in the direction of things wanted. That's just a little tip from the universe. That's just a little fact that may help you. If there are thoughts that you would like to begin thinking in a new way, don't do it at the end of the day after something has gone wrong that has your attention. In other words, when you're really upset about something, that's not the time to deal with it. Because dealing with something that you are upset with only increases the momentum of it. It gives it more sticking power. So, there are two things you can do to slow momentum. Many more than that, really, but two things that really work well. One is go to sleep. That stops momentum. Don't sleep all day, just occasionally. And the other is you can meditate. When you meditate, you quiet your mind. When you quiet your mind, you stop thought. When you stop thought, you stop momentum. Gives you an opportunity to come into alignment with who you are. And there is one more very important thing that we want to say to you. You are source energy in these physical bodies. Do you know that? There is a trajectory, there is a momentum of well-being that is very powerful that without knowing it, you've been practicing hindering with contradictory thought. So when you meditate, what happens is you quiet your mind, and your natural trajectory, your natural momentum then can have more effect in your experience. It's like, imagine a cork bobbing on the surface of the water. That's pure positive energy. That's absence of resistance in this analogy. Now you can hold that cork under the water. I don't have enough money, or I'm really mad at that guy, or that person did something inappropriate, or I don't like the way you spoke to me, or I don't like the way that came down, or I don't like what's happening in government, or I don't like what's happening, or I don't like what my children are doing, or. You can hold that cork under the water in disapproval of something, in negative attention to something. But when you are distracted from that subject, like in slumber, or meditation, or appreciation, you let go of the cork and it bobs right back to the surface where you naturally belong. So what we're wanting to say to you is that while you do, everyone does, you have some beliefs that are not serving you. The source within you knows who you really are and what you really want. In other words, all day, every day, as you sift through the contrast of your experience, you are launching these rockets of desire. I don't want to be rude. I want to be kind. I don't want others to be rude. I want others to be kind. I don't want to not have enough of this. I want to live in prosperity of health and dollars and so forth. So as you've been launching these rockets of desire, these vibrations have emanated from you and have added to this vortex of creation that you were when you were born. That pure positive energy, all-knowing, powerful, worthy being that you are. When you made the decision to come into this body, you didn't come to fix things that were broken. You know there were not any broken things. You came for the joyous experience of joyful expansion. And so there was a trajectory. There was momentum. We call that your vortex. It's this vibrational reality that has the potential of manifesting, but you have to, in your conscious awareness, be in a vibrational place that is in harmony with what's in this vortex. So Some of you have been listening to us for a while, yes? And you've been hearing us talking about law of attraction and how powerful it is and how there's no exclusion. And even though there's a war against drugs and a war against cancer and a war against teenage pregnancy and a war against and a war against and a war against, a war against poverty, a war against, the war against terrorism, a war against, all of those things are just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Not one of those wars against anything is making anything smaller because there is no exclusion. You cannot push it away. You only bring more of it to you, you see. And so the key to the happily ever after that you're wanting, the key is to clean up your focus. But you can't just all of a sudden stop thinking something that you've been thinking because law of attraction is bringing thoughts to you like the ones that are most active. So you've got to find ways of deactivating what you don't want by going general and activating more and more what you do want, becoming more and more specific. You see what we're getting at? If you find yourself in the middle of a conversation about something that you do not want, stop talking about it as soon as you can. That helps. And in time, you'll stop talking about it, you'll stop thinking about it, you'll stop attracting it, you'll stop being part of that. You'll stop being, your point of attraction will shift. And that's really what we want to talk about here today. Called this gathering many different things. For a while it was law of attraction. Then we began talking about the science of deliberate creation because it is a science because it is ever expanding. And it must be deliberate if you have any control over your own experience. But you got so carried away with that. You began to turn the science of deliberate creation into that effort thing that you're so used to. And that effort thing doesn't work because that effort thing is mostly pushing against what you don't want. And so we began calling the art of allowing. The art of allowing. The art of allowing what? The art of allowing my personal alignment. The art of allowing my connection to source energy. The art of allowing my passageway to be open so that that clear thought can flow. The art of allowing my abundance and well-being. The art of allowing myself to be in my physical body and really be the extension of source energy that I was born to be. The art of allowing the source who flows to me and through me to be recognized by me. The art of realization, the art of realizing all of the resources that are abundantly surrounding me. The art of allowing, practicing the path of least resistance. How can I most allow who I really am to flow, to be present, to be demonstrated in this moment? So, we're eager to talk with you about anything that you want to talk about. There is nothing that is off limits. What we want to help you to realize, and it will be really easy for you to realize it in this environment, is that you are capable of anything that you desire with just a little vibrational tweaking. And that vibrational tweaking is easy, but it's something that you have to practice. And because you've practiced opposition to it for a while, then letting go of those practice thoughts will be a part of the process of your coming into alignment more with who you are.